After the excitement of Zendikar, let's see if we get anything nearly as good as we take a look at probably the first set in one of my favorite blocks, if not my favorite block, just because it got so much right. Unlike there's a great flavor and a great draft environment, but unlike Theros, it also had a very big impact on constructed performance that we see in when it was in Standard, currently in Modern, and Legacy. This set affected so much. This whole block, well, really, Innistrad, maybe there's something in Dark Ascension, and then a couple cards in Avacyn restored. But Innistrad is just such a good set, so let's see if we get something cool in here to well represent the set. Maybe a spider spawning or a travel prep for our draft lovers there. Maybe we can get lucky like we did with Zendikar and open up something pretty valuable. Hint, hint, Snapcaster Mage, hint, hint. But don't think we're going to get to see Tiago today. And look at that. We get the buffer, and we will get the focus on the buffer, and we will get started. First off, we have a Selfless Cathar for 1 white. We get a 1/1 Human Cleric with 1 and a white, Selfless Cathar, sacrifice Selfless Cathar. Creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. So sort of 1 mana, 1/1 here with a little temporary Honor of the Pure effects. A pretty cool guy there. I've drafted him a couple times here and there. Curse of Oblivion for 3 and a black. We get an Aura Curse, which is you enchant a player instead of any other sort of permanent. The beginning of enchanted player's upkeep, that player exiles 2 cards from his or her graveyard. So a pretty cool effect here. Glad to see we have a curse represented. Premium removal spell here in Victim of Night. For 2 black, we get an instant destroy target non-vampire, non-werewolf, or non-zombie creature. So kill something that isn't out to get you in the middle of the night. Here's a sort of representation of a well-played card here. We have Ancient Grudge. For 1 red, we have an instant destroy target artifact with flashback for 1 green, which means you can cast this card from your graveyard, force flashback cost, then exile it. Ambush Viper. For 1 green, we get a 2/1 snake with flash and death touch. Pitchburn Devils. For 4 and a red, we get a 3/3 devil. When Pitchburn Devils dies, it deals 3 damage to target creature or player. Recently seen as a reprint in Conspiracy, if I remember correctly. We have Caravan Vigil for 1 green here. We have a sorcery. Search your library for a basic land card, reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle your library with the ability Morbid, which means that if a creature died this turn, you get a different ability, or a better ability than the one previously mentioned. So this is instead, you may put that card on the battlefield instead, put it into your hand if a creature died this turn. So as I mentioned earlier in the Conspiracy video, Morbid really came from this block here, especially in Innistrad and Dark Ascension. If I remember Morbid being in Dark Ascension. Abbey Griffin for 3 and a white. We get a 2/2 Griffin with flying and vigilance. Brain Weevil for 3 and a black. We get a 1/1 instant with Intimidate, which we found out will slowly be phasing out here, especially with Origins, as it won't apparently be showing up. Well, it's not confirmed it won't be showing, so they've said one of the mechanics that are being phased out will show up on 1 card. That's not all it does. Sacrifice Brain Weevil. Target player discards 2 cards. Activate this ability at any time you could cast a sorcery. So, get in for 1, then Mind Rot him. So, kind of interesting effect here. Midnight Haunting for 2 and a white. You get an instant. Put 2 1/1 white spirit creature tokens with flying onto the battlefield. As we have our first uncommon, I'm guessing that means we got a double face card, although if I remember right, I think Innistrad had a double face card in every pack. So maybe we'll get a rare double face card. Who knows? Demon Male Hauberk for 4 mana. We get an artifact equipment. Equipment is +4/+2, and you have to sacrifice a creature to equip. And our last uncommon here is the Wreath of Geist. For 1 green, we get an enchant creature aura. Enchanted creatures +X/+X, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. So there's a really fun deck to draft, which was sort of blue-green, mill yourself into playing things like Ghoul Tree and whatnot. So pretty cool effect here. And our rare is going to be another very good card. We are on a roll here. For 2 black, red, Olivia Voldaren, 3/3, legendary creature vampire with flying. For 1 red, Olivia Voldaren deals 1 damage to another target creature. That creature becomes a vampire in addition to its other types. Put a 1/1 counter on Olivia Voldaren. For 3 black, black, gain control of target vampire as long as you control Olivia Voldaren. Very powerful card here. Very strong when it was in standard. I think it sees occasional play outside of that. We have a 2/2 wolf token. And our double face card is a rare. Sort of Brian... No, not this one. Actually, this might be the card I'm thinking of. For 2 and a green, we get Daybreak Ranger. It's a 2/2 human archer werewolf. Tap, Daybreak Ranger deals 2 damage to target creature with flying. Beginning of each upkeep, if no spells were cast last turn, transform Daybreak Ranger. And yeah, this is the card I was thinking of. So, shout outs to Brian Kibler for attempting to spec these guys. I think he's still sitting on with a giant stack. As you've seen probably shuffling through on stream. If we flip it over, you get a Nightfall Predator. It's a 4/4 werewolf with red tap. Nightfall Predator Predator fights target creature. At the beginning of each upkeep, if a player casts 2 or more spells last turn, transform Nightfall Predator. And if this, like I said, if this is the card I was thinking of, Brian Kibler sort of lucked out on trying to spec this guy and bought a pretty hefty stack of them. So we are on quite the roll here with packs. Nothing super big with Innistrad here, but opening an Olivia and a second rare as our dual face card is pretty cool. So that's going to be it for Innistrad, guys. And coming up next, we'll look at Dark Ascension, and that'll be it for the sort of conference hall. All right, guys, enjoy, and I'll see you later.